What's up, y'all? It's Nigga Sam. Alright, quick explanation. Um, the electromagnetic field around Earth is artificial. With all the military bases and all the magnetic nodes on the planet, we set up huge Tesla coils around the planet on those magnetic nodes with those military bases, and we realized how to harmonize them and synchronize them to the frequency of the planet, and we have generated a artificial electromagnetic field around the planet. Now, in the midst of this, doing the studies, we realized it is a giant hard drive, so it holds all of the information of the planet's history between the pole shifts. And the reason we built it in the first place was to prevent the last pole shift, which we did when the eclipse happened and became extremely close to Wyoming, where Yellowstone is, where the volcano is so big that, it's a crater. Well, I believe the moon, like a clock, comes back to that point. And so, as it moves the tides of the ocean, it's also going to move the lava underneath. So that's kind of why that exists. We realized that you can harmonize the electromagnetic field around your head to the electromagnetic field around the planet, which is getting in touch with the Earth. And there is a way to actually meditate and draw information from this. Now, to the other subject, if you have the right elements in the right environment, under the right pressure and temperature, with the right radiation, and then you have the right electrical frequency, amperage, and voltage going through these elements, you can actually create a metalloid double helix that can be coded like a DNA. So we would then have a metalloid DNA that is not only more electrically conductive than our own DNA, but would be able to survive much more extreme conditions. Now, granted, there is, life at the bottom of the ocean, living off of volcanic vents, eating sulfides. You can look that up. So we may not need to do that, obviously, but I'm noticing that viruses themselves have been evolving quickly, especially ones that won't biodegrade anymore. Like, it would take extremely longer amounts of time of radiation and chemical exposure to actually biodegrade and chemically react and dissolve the viruses that have been, quickly adapting to, all of the treatments and cures and, our chemical environment. These two things may link together. Knowing that viruses are not considered living things, the biggest and best way I've seen to make a cure to viruses, man-made or otherwise, is to find a default coding to add to DNA that would come from a plant that makes it so viruses just can't cling to your cells. There's got to be something that all viruses have in common, and if you just change either the chemical structure or chemical compound of the cell membrane, the viruses just won't stick. In the meantime, we just need to find something that will chemically react with the viruses in your blood, and that's where I'm at right now. If there's a way to pull that said information from this electromagnetic field that we have now put around our planet, and we somehow figure out how to get into it, because right now it's affecting everything on our planet, then we might actually be able to live, longer than our trees.